So a lot has to do with the air we're breathing. So air can contain negative ions. It's referring to the negative charge, and negative ions are electrically charged oxygen molecules. And there are three things that are required to produce negative ions. So if I tell you the three things that are required to produce negative ions, you start to understand where you will find them. Because remember, I'm terribly sorry that my resident Y is getting on the board so late. Why? Water droplets pass through the air, casting off negative ions. You see the three things present there? Water, droplets pass movement through the air. So we need moisture, we need movement, and we need air to produce negative ions. So where do you find those three things? You'll find those three things, yes, especially the thunderstorm. I know sometimes if I'm watering my garden, I smell that negative ion smell. Because when I'm watering my garden with a spray, what have I got? Movement, water and air. So when everyone's closing their windows and running inside, run outside. Breathe deeply. I'll show you how to breathe in a minute. The thunderstorm. Also the waterfalls. Yeah. And ocean waves, the pounding of those waves. And I think we can identify that we've all experienced the air in those places, but also the pine forest. And the reason why the pine forest has more negative ions is because the pine needles are so numerous and so fine. And they're so light that it only has to be the slightest breath of wind and you get more movement there that you may get in other trees. So early in the morning when I went through the pine forest and dived into that water, I got a nice dose of negative ions. Do you remember what I said yesterday? The person with chronic fatigue, you ask them, do they exercise? What's their answer? You don't understand, I've got no energy. Yes?
So doesn't it need to rain then in the pine forest to have the water?
Well, trees are giving off moisture all the time. That's where the clouds are born. Clouds are born in forests because they're giving off the moisture. One lady with chronic fatigue heard my lecture on exercise, put her joggers on and just pushed herself, went 5 kilometres, came back, collapsed and said, see, I told you exercise was no good. Another lady decided to go around the house once the first day, twice around the house the second day, 3 times the third day, 4 times the fourth day. 5th day, she'd go around the block. That's how you start. You start where you are, little by little by little. You push yourself a little bit more every day. Last week, a lady told me she got her rebounder. Very sad story. This lady's been on antidepressants for 25 years. And now she's got the shake. She's off the antidepressants, but they've done the damage. And she got a rebounder. She doesn't shake all the time, just here and there. And she said she is improving because she has begun to implement the true remedies. So she got a rebounder. She said the first day on the rebounder, she did 10 seconds. She said, I'm up to 15 minutes now. I thought that was an excellent story. I said to her, I'm going to use that story, Sylvia. Just a little bit more every day. Just push yourself a little bit more. So that's where you find the negative ions. Where do you find the positive ions? Now the positive ions have the positive charge, so they're the bad guys, and there's more carbon dioxide in their molecule than oxygen. So you will find the positive ions before the thunderstorm. What's the air like before the thunderstorm? It's heavy, isn't it? Yeah. And if someone's got arthritic joints, they'll say, oh, the storm's coming, my arthritis is hurting. It's because the positive ions have a depressing effect on the serotonin in the brain, which can increase inflammation. But you ask the person with arthritis how they feel once the thunderstorm hits. you'll find the relief, that's right. Positive ions are also found in the city. In the city, you've got a lot of people who are all breathing out carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is the gaseous waste that comes out from the combustion of glucose and oxygen in the cell. You've also got some people who are smoking. Cigarette smoke particularly gives off another gas called carbon monoxide. And carbon monoxide is a dangerous gas to humans because carbon monoxide, when it comes to the blood cell, it forms a tight union. So if someone's breathing in carbon monoxide and oxygen, can you see what's going to grab the blood cell first? Oxygen on the red blood cell, well, on the blood cell making it red, is an unstable union. And it's an unstable union so that it can drop the oxygen again quickly in my brain, in my toes, in my pancreas. Whereas when carbon monoxide comes on, it forms a tight union. Where else will we get carbon monoxide? Where else we can be exposed? Is cars? The car fumes? I always question the wisdom of people jogging in the city on the side of the road because they're breathing in a lot of carbon dioxide.